Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today's video, as you can probably already tell, is going to be all Detroit Speed Inc. cars. Now I do have the 3 cars that I already have from series number 2 of Detroit Speed Inc. So we are going to complete that series today. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cars. That is all 6 from series number 2, as well as one of the cars from series number 1. I did find this guy on the clearance rack at the hobby shop today. So, starting off here on the left, we've got Angelo Vespi's 1969 Chevy Camaro. We've got Gary Mills' 1970 Chevy Camaro, another second-generation Camaro, so that's very cool to see. We've got a 1983 Chevy Silverado C10, another square body. This guy does have some patina going on with the paint, and I'm a little iffy about patinaed cars in my collection. I mean, like the barn find stuff, it's cool and all, but I prefer my cars to look factory, you know, dealership floor new. But, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a square body, and it is part of the Series 2, so I grabbed it. And then lastly, like I said, this is part of Series number 1. 1970 Chevy Camaro test car. Like I said, I found this guy on the clearance rack. If I was going to get the rest of Series 1, I get the feeling I'd probably have to look online for them, because you're just not going to see Series 1 in stores anymore. But without any further ado, let's get our camera adjusted here, and we'll bring the lift over and start getting into some of these cars. We'll start off with the 1969 Chevy Camaro, Angelo Vespi's 1969 Chevy Camaro. Alright, so here is Angelo Vespi's 1969 Chevy Camaro. Now the hood does open on this model, but the hood, it's got some like springiness to it, and I feel like if I try to pry it open, I'm just going to end up breaking it. So like I always say, let's leave well enough alone. So this is a 69 Camaro, probably a big block car if I had to guess, 396. Being that it's a 69. Now we have seen another 69 Camaro in this series. This is Dave Tucker's 1969 Chevy Camaro. This is the Yanko, and this is not a Yanko. That's also, we have, what is this? The 2012 Chevy Camaro test car here, and this was Mo's 1970 Chevy Chevelle. So I am going to go over the card first real quick, just because this is the same card as these other 2 cars back here. So we will talk about the complete series here. So we've got Angelo Vespi's 69 Chevy Camaro right here. Dave Tucker's 69 Camaro, we just saw that. Gary Mills' 1970 Chevy Camaro back here. Mo's 1970 Chevy Chevelle, we just saw that one right here. The 83 Silverado C10 right here. And the 2012 Chevy Camaro test car right here. So that is the complete series, series number 2 from Detroit Speed Inc. So let's start taking a bit of a closer look at our car. We do have some newer style wheels on here. Don't do the focus thing, please. We do have some newer style wheels on here. I'm not a huge fan of them. They're kind of similar to the ones on the Chevelle. I mean, you know, being that it's a custom car built in a speed shop, they're always going to put some kind of tacky wheels on it or something. But very cool paint job. This is a matte white with a matte black finish, like not finish, but matte black stripe. The entire finish of the paint is matte, and it looks really cool. I like the matte white a lot. It's not too often that you see matte white. I don't really like matte black on an entire car. It just kind of looks cheap. But I think in nice little touches like on this car, it does look really good. This is obviously, of course, a custom paint job. Ooh, sorry. Very, very cool car, though. There's the focus. You can see the details for the little vents here have been painted black. I know a lot of people do that on the newer model Camaros back here on that back fender. They paint them in and it looks terrible because they're not real vents. Coming around to the back, we do have pretty much a blacked out rear end on here. No badging or anything. However, we do have the Detroit Speed Inc. license plate on there, and quite a massive rear. If you look underneath there, you can just see the bottom of that pumpkin under there. Probably a Ford 9-inch if I had to guess, because that's what you put in a muscle car. Ford sure knows how to make a rear, I will give them that. Very sharp looking car. Similar headlights to Dave Tucker's Camaro. We've got the the louvers over the headlights, the SSRS style. Very, very sharp looking car. So we will get him parked with the other two Camaros from this series. And I will get all of these into the parking garage for the end of the video, but I'd like to just have them all out here in the parking lot together for the video. I think that would look cool. So next, we're gonna get into Gary Mills' 1970 Chevy Camaro. So we'll get this guy out of the box. All right, so the hood on this one did seem to agree with us a little more. We've got what factory, so this is a 1970 Chevy Camaro Z28. You can just about make out your Z28 badge there in the grill. From the factory, the Z28 had a 350 small block that made 360 horsepower, so that's more than 1 horsepower per cubic inch, which is really good for the early 70s. That was some serious bragging rights there. But anyway, really cool car. We do have the hood open. Being that this is a speed shop car, I imagine the motor in this has probably been worked to make a lot more than 360 horsepower, if I had to guess. Being that it's all souped up. We do have a nice little Z28 badge there on the fender. That looks really cool. We'll get the hood closed here so we can get a look at these nice little stripes and matte black roof. Kind of an off-white, almost cream color. It's not exactly a pure white as opposed to something like that. I do like it quite a bit. It's almost more of a gray than a cream, I should say. Really nice looking car. I absolutely, positively love the rear end of the 70s Camaros with the twin taillights, similar to the Corvettes, but slightly different, obviously. There's our Detroit Speed Inc. license plate once again. Very, very good looking car. Not the biggest fan of the wheels on here. Again, they're kind of hokey looking, a little too new to be on something this old. I'm very picky when it comes to rims on old muscle cars, but they don't look terrible. Take a quick peek underneath. We do have, look at that. Instead of being printed on there, it is engraved. 1970 Chevy Camaro, laser engraved as opposed to being printed. And the 69 Camaro was printed. There you go. So you can see that one is, oh wait, no, maybe. Yeah, no, it is. It's printed on there with ink. Interesting little variation in the bases. So on the back of the card, we do have a bit of information about Detroit Speed Inc. So I'm going to read over that real quick and leave this little guy here for you guys to check out. So it says, Detroit Speed Inc. provides automotive components and systems that deliver late model vehicle ride and handling expected from a world-class OEM. Detroit Speed Inc. has developed its own line of products that have been through extensive engineering analysis, testing, and development to assure customers receive the highest quality performance parts with eye appeal. Along with an extensive line of suspension products, Detroit Speed Inc. has built an industry reputation for building some of the finest resto-mod muscle cars and hot rods. These cars range from Camaros to Mustangs and everything in between. Camaros and Mustangs are pretty similar. I don't know, there's not that much in between them. Anyway, so there is our card here, and of course, like I said, we did cover all of those cars just a moment ago with the last card. So, we'll take one more good look at this guy. Very sharp looking car. Let's see if we can get that hood closed a little more. Maybe not. Some panel alignment issues there, but it is what it is. Still a very good looking car. So, that is, whose car is this? Gary Mills. So we will get Gary Mills parked over next to Mo, his buddy Mo, and Mo's Chevelle over there. And we will get our last car from series number 2 opened up, the 1983 Chevrolet Silverado C10. All right, so here is our 83 Chevy Silverado C10. It doesn't have any specific owner for the name. It just says 1983 Chevy Silverado. So maybe it's a shop truck or something. I guess that would explain the beat up paint job and very basic look to it. Like I stated before, I want to be very careful with patinaed stuff. Not only do I like all of my cars to look factory condition, brand new, but I also, it can be a little weird going from brand to brand. Different brands have different levels of detail that they apply to patinas, so it can kind of create variations across the collection, which would probably bother me. But this is part of the series, and I just, you know, it's a really cool looking truck. It is a square body, so, and being that it's a replica, I guess I can accept the fact that there is going to be some patina on it. But either way, a really cool truck. Now, I don't have very much information on it, so if we assume that this is a stock engine under the hood, probably a 350, being that it's a C10 Silverado, so it's the high-level trim of the half-ton truck, so probably a 350 small block under the hood. Or, being that it's a, you know, Detroit Speeds, I guess their shop truck or something, there's a good chance that it may have a later model V8 out of a later model Chevy pickup truck, or even an LS. A lot of people, it's a very common swap to see a Vortec, the 6.0s or 5.3 liter Vortec engines out of the Chevy trucks, or the LS 1s and 2s out of some of the earlier model Chevy performance cars. They're very easy engines to swap into these, so if somebody told me, oh, this has an LS or a Vortec engine in it, I would not be surprised. But for the time being, I guess we'll assume that it is stock. Very cool looking truck. There's our Detroit Speed Inc. license plate on the back of this one, as it should be. Little Chevrolet badge on the tailgate. Very nice looking square body. I think I do have a couple other 83s. I'm not sure where, though. I have to go through all my different square bodies. I do have quite a lot of them now. I think pushing close to 20 80s, 70s, and 80s model Chevrolet trucks. Very, very good looking. And like I said before, we don't really have anything back different on the back of the card. Yeah, it's the same information, same series of cars. So we'll get that tucked into the box. Let's take a quick peek underneath this guy. Once again, as always, metal base. This, so there you go. There is the printed, it is printed on the base, 1983 Chevrolet Silverado, as opposed to, who was it? Yes, this Camaro, which is laser engraved. That's a bit of an interesting difference, especially for two cars from the same series. But anyway, that is series number 2 right here of the Detroit Speed Inc. from Greenlight. Series number 2 completed. Very cool. So we'll get these guys parked back in their spots, I guess. And we will get into the last car for today's video, which is the 1970 Chevrolet Camaro test car from, oh, there it is, from series number 1 of Detroit Speed Inc. I'm already noticing there's a lot of similarities between this 1970 Camaro and this guy. What was his name again? Same wheels, same casting, different paint job from what it looks like. But let's get it out of the box so we can take a look at it. Bring our lift over. Alright, so here's our 1970 Chevy Camaro test car from Detroit Speed Inc. We do have the hood open once again. As opposed to the orange detailed engine, we do have a black detailed engine, but upon closer inspection, that does somewhat look like a small block Chevy. So we'll go ahead and assume that that's probably a worked 350 in there, being that this is a test car. You cannot assume that anything is stock on here. Very, very, very good looking car. Again, my camera's letting us down, but this does have a very good look. Oh, there it is. Very nice metal flake, sparkly blue finish. Looks absolutely stunning in the light. There you go. There's a good view of it. That looks really good. We've got a Detroit Speed Inc. emblem right above our back fender here, and the Detroit Speed Inc. license plate on the back again. This is pretty much the same casting as this guy, just a slightly different paint job. But of course, second generation Camaros are always welcome in this collection. Never have enough of them. Very, very sharp looking car. So the back of this card is probably going to be, I'm going to move these down a little bit because I keep bumping them. The back of this card is probably going to be a little different because this is series number 1 as opposed to series number 2. So these are the rest of the cars from series 1. We've got a 66 Mustang test car, an 84 Monte Carlo SS test car. That's pretty cool. Moe's 69 Dodge Charger Mayhem, Stuart Adams 69 Camaro Tux, the 1970 Chevy Camaro test car we've got right here, and the 1972 BF Goodrich Chevrolet Corvette. Very, very cool. I want all of those. I will definitely be on the lookout for those, although I don't think I'm really going to see too many of these Series 1 guys in stores. Like I said, Series 2 seems to be what's on the shelves right now, whereas this guy was sitting on the clearance rack, so I made sure I grabbed him too. But again, very, very cool car. Always excited to add something new to the collection here, especially something this good looking. If we can focus on it, there we go. I feel like it's every time my hand is on screen, it throws the focus off. It's annoying. But yes, very excited to complete a series and grab a car from the previous series. So like I said, I will be on the lookout probably for the rest of those guys. So what do you say we get all these awesome looking Chevys? They are, yeah, they're all Chevys. Cool, I like it. Let's get them all into the parking garage, and there is a little addition to the parking garage that I made that some of you might get a kick out of. So let's get them in there. So here are, well, let's zoom in on this guy first here. Here is our 1983 Chevy Silverado C10, our 1970 Camaro Z28, our 69 Chevy Camaro, and our 1970 Chevy Camaro test car, and that is the addition that I've made to the parking garage. I used the card from the Dale Earnhardt car in my previous video. Kind of now looks like a 1/64th scale garage poster. So we've got Dale Earnhardt looking over all our Camaros and Corvettes and everything there. And then upstairs, of course, we do have the rest of series number 2 with the 69 Camaro SSRS, the 2012 Camaro test car, and Moe's 1970 Chevy Chevelle. Very cool stuff, very awesome additions to the collection. So make sure if you enjoyed today's video to leave a like, leave a comment, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, and I will see you in the next video.